Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back, or welcome if you are new. Hope you're having a fantastic day. In today's video, I'm going to take you guys through my garbage, specifically my beauty trash for July 2025. Like a normal person, every time that I have finished either a hair care, body care, perfume, makeup, skincare product, I have brought the empty of that into this room where I have a closet, and I squirrel away my garbage in this closet until the end of the month, where I then take it out and discuss said garbage here with you on the internet. I love doing these empties because honestly, I still don't think that there is a better review of a product than an empty review of a product. Usually if you use something the whole way through, you have a pretty good sense of whether that product worked well for you, whether you liked the ingredients, whether you would repurchase it, recommend it to a friend, you know, all that jazz. So still love a good empties video. And I'm really excited about this month's empties because there are some staples in here. In fact, a number of these things I will be repurchasing again in the future. So I just think this is a really good opportunity to go through products that I clearly love and am super loyal to. And occasionally there's something new in here. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and dig through everything. As always, I will list and link everything that I'm mentioning in the description box right below this video here. Feel free to check that out. If you're interested in looking up a little bit more information about any of these items, looking at other people's reviews, in-depth ingredient information, yada, 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 the description box is usually a plethora of information. So feel free to check that out. But without further ado, we have some things to discuss here. So let's get started and take a little journey through my July beauty garbage. I'm gonna go ahead and get started with the hair care category first today. And 4 out of the 5 things that I'm gonna be mentioning here are definite repurchases for me in the future. These are products that I have either loved for a really long time, or there's a couple of newer things in here that I have incorporated just over the last few months. And I've also fallen in love with these products as well. If you are looking for recommendations in any of these particular hair care categories, I honestly can't recommend these particular products enough. So let's go ahead and dive in. The first thing I'm gonna mention is not gonna be a surprise to anyone who has been with my channel for any amount of time. There is another can of the Kenra Platinum Thickening Mousse. I am a huge fan of mousse still. I really find that for my fine, thin hair, a volumizing or thickening mousse really is the very best product to use to get the most oomph out of my hair, I guess you could say. And this particular one from Kenra, specifically the Platinum Thickening Mousse, it has honestly always done the very best job of giving me the most volume, the most thickness, without ever like having my hair feel heavy or crunchy or dry or sticky. This is just a fantastic product and I've been using it for years now. I always will test out a new mousse here and there, but I always go back to this one. I love it. I don't mind splurging on this one. It's not horrifically expensive, but Kenra is obviously a you know, salon hair care line, so it's a little bit more expensive than a lot of drugstore hair care lines. But I still think that for the price and the fact that this just works so incredibly well, it is absolutely worth it to me. And it's just one of those products that I will never not purchase. As long as Kenra is making this particular mousse, I'm gonna keep repurchasing it. Another product that I have now repurchased multiple times from Kenra. I really love the Kenra styling products. Ironically, I don't really love their shampoo and conditioners that much, but their styling products are chef's kiss for me. Love them. Anyway, this is the Kenra Platinum Thickening Spray. And if you combine these two together, if you have fine, thin hair, you are going to have hair that's gonna have more texture, it's gonna have more volume, it's gonna have, well, it's gonna look like it has more density to it. Is this magically going to grow your hair? No. You're gonna have to work with the, you know, strands that you were blessed with. But yeah, these definitely are the two products that I will use when I really want my hair to look a lot more voluminous, a lot more bouncy, a lot thicker than what it naturally is. So honestly, you cannot go wrong with either of those products. I always buy them from Ulta. A lot of times Ulta will have the Kenra products on sale, or Ulta is, I feel like they're getting a little bit more generous again with their coupons. In fact, I have a either 10 off of 50 or 20 off of $100 coupon right now. Kind of tempted to buy some more backups of this with that, but I also think that I probably have enough for the time being. So, but definitely two products from Kenra that I think are must-haves. So my apologies about that interruption there. I had to take a phone call. Anyway, I'm glad that I took that phone call because while I was on the phone, I realized I also forgot that this was in my bucket of empties here. So we have more hair care to discuss. Okay, next, I have a couple of items here from Biolage. This is another hair care brand that I really love. Biolage is cruelty-free. I actually believe that all of their formulations are also vegan. Don't quote me on that, but anyway, they're definitely cruelty-free. So this is the Biolage Hydra mask for dry hair. This is infused with aloe. Now they also have another Hydra mask that is designed for those with coarse or I believe curly hair or much thicker hair. This one specifically for dry hair is what I used. This one did not weigh my hair down, but if your hair is a lot thicker, way more luscious than mine, you're gonna wanna use that other formulation. So I'll try to remember to link them both in the description box down below. But I love this mask. First of all, this made my hair so soft. It also smells amazing. It has that classic Biolage fragrance. But this made my hair crazy soft without ever weighing it down, you guys. I would just use this in place of my conditioner like 2-3 times a week, and it's amazing. Like, it just rinsed so well out of my hair, but my hair always just felt like $1,000,000 afterwards. It was so soft, so silky, but not weighed down. And if you have fine, thin hair, you know that sometimes it can get a little dry, but you really have to be careful about what you use to moisturize or hydrate your hair. You don't want anything that is going to, like I said, weigh it down, make it look limp and sad. This never made my hair look limp and sad. I love this product so much. So I will absolutely repurchase this in the future. I actually have another tub of a Biolage hair mask in the shower right now. It is from the Full Rescue line, which is what this next product here is for. I really love that one as well, and I could totally see myself alternating between those two. So yeah, anyway, I love this, and I would highly, highly recommend it if you are in the market for a hair mask and if your hair type is similar to mine. Like I said, if you are blessed with a whole lot more hair, go for that like thicker curly hair formulation from Biolage, but just go for the regular dry hair formulation if your do is like mine. All right, so this is the Biolage Full Rescue Densifying Leave-In Spray. This is a fortifying concentrate. So this has rosemary oil as well as niacinamide in the formulation. I really did like this. I don't know necessarily that the rosemary did anything or that the niacinamide did anything, but I do know that this worked as a really great densifying spray for me. So again, something that I would use to help my hair look a lot thicker as a part of my styling routine. I would usually apply this towards the beginning of my styling routine, and I would apply it mostly like near the scalp area and kind of down, I would say, to like the mid shaft area here. It just did a really good job, again, of just giving me a little bit more density, a little bit more volume, a little thickness to my hair. It was a great product. Again, didn't make my hair feel sticky or dry or anything like that. The only thing is that I did have to spray this into the palm of my hand and distribute it because I really didn't like the way that this sprayed out of here. It would kind of concentrate in, you know, specific areas versus like a light fine mist. So I would just spray several pumps into my hand, spread that product around, and then go through and spread it a little bit more evenly across my hair. Anyway, it's fabulous. I would definitely recommend. I think it's a great product. I will repurchase it in the future for sure. This is not going to come as any surprise, and I'm really glad that I saw this sitting in here because I don't want to miss this one. This is one of my holy grail leave-in treatments that I have used for years. I've told this story many times here on my channel, but I discovered this as a 100-point perk at Sephora many years ago, and I literally spent all of my points, which I think I had like 1,200 points, and it was a 100-point perk. So spent all of those points on just samples of this, and they were a pretty generous sample back then. Like a tube lasted me for a good long while. And finally, once I finished all those samples, I had to start buying it, but I have repurchased it many multiples of times. I cannot say enough good things about this particular leave-in. It's got like 10 different benefits to it. I'll just read through a few of these here. So it provides moisture shine. It helps to soften your hair. It provides UV protection. It helps strengthen your hair. It provides heat protection, some light hold, yada yada. It's fabulous. Just a little bit goes a long way, and it smells so good. It makes my hair feel so soft. It protects it from the blow dryer. I just can't say enough good things about it. Is it expensive? Yes. Do I care? I mean, I do. I wish it wasn't expensive, obviously. I'd rather pay less. But this is one of those products that for me is like a splurge-worthy product that I've used for years that I just will not give up. You will have to pry this from my cold dead hands. Watch Alterna discontinue it because it's always what happens. The worst luck with that, I tell you guys what. All right, and the last thing is just a travel size thing that I finished from a travel bag. This is, listen, I love Aveda products. I really do. I used to go to an Aveda salon for a long time. But I would say in terms of their shampoos and conditioners, the Cherry Almond wasn't always my favorite per se. So this is the Cherry Almond Softening Shampoo. It's fine, but I don't know. If you're gonna splurge on an Aveda product, I wouldn't say let it be this one. I actually like some of their volumizing and not texturizing, what am I thinking? Volumizing and thickening products. They have a volumizing and I think also a thickening tonic. I think those, yeah, they have two separate ones. I like to use both of those together. I used to use them back in the day. They work quite well at volumizing your hair. But yeah, in terms of Aveda products, this is just one of their random shampoos. I finished the conditioner a long time ago. It's fine, it's fine. If you like the smell of cherry and almond, you're gonna wanna check it out. It's a nice hydrating formulation, but nothing crazy special. So anyway, let's dig into some skincare next. The first thing I'm gonna mention in terms of skincare is my Banish microneedle replacement head. I only used one this month. I really love the Banish system. I use their 0.25 millimeter replacement heads. I've been using this system now for many months. I have been microneedling twice a week. I use their most shallow depth of needles. They have multiple options available now, but I like to stick with the 0.25 millimeter. I I've been using the Banish to infuse my skincare a little bit deeper into my skin. And then also I've been doing 1 or 2 extra sessions on top of those all over face microneedle sessions, specifically just focusing on the tip of my nose and my chin. So I'm sure you can tell that I have a scar on the tip of my nose as well as on my chin here. If you're newer to my channel, last fall I had a couple of fibrous papules removed from my face. They're just benign skin growths from just years of accumulated sun damage. I was not told what the extent of the scarring would be. I didn't know what I was getting into. My dermatologist was basically just like, yeah, I can remove those. It'll be really quick and, you know, should heal quickly. I should have asked more questions about what the scars would end up looking like. So my bad, but lesson learned, ask more questions before you just dive into a procedure. But yeah, these scars are way more significant than I ever expected them to look. And so I've been trying to use red light therapy as well as microneedling at home here to try to lessen the look of those scars. I think they look a lot better than they did, but I've also kind of resigned myself to the reality that at some point, if I really want these scars to look significantly better, I think I'm gonna have to go to maybe a plastic surgeon and have them, you know, do like a punch procedure and then basically just, you know, sew those scars up in a nicer way. I don't know. I don't know what the best thing to do here is. The one on the tip of my nose probably bugs me the most, but I'm still going to continue for at least the next year here to try to work on reducing the look of those scars with the microneedling, using the Banish, and then continuing to use my red light therapy and, you know, just taking good care of my skin. We'll see where we can get, but yeah, I'm very annoyed with myself for not asking more questions prior to getting the procedure done, but you live, you learn. And I really like these Banish replacement heads here because you can use them for up to 8 uses before you have to replace the head. I think the cost is, you know, fair for the replacement heads. I have a discount code with them, so you can use that discount code to save yourself a little bit of extra money. But for me, this is definitely a microneedle system that works very well. It is a stamper, so you're not entering the skin at a bunch of different angles, thus less chance for future scarring, which I obviously don't need any more of. Anyway, I love these. They're fantastic, but yeah, so went through one of those this month. I also finished these. These are the Skin 1004 spot cover patches. There were 22 patches in here. I actually didn't pay for this. This came with an order that I placed earlier in the spring. So I appreciate the freebies because every once in a while I do get a breakout. And they're basically like those hydrocolloid little, you know, stickers that you can put on your face. They help to lessen the look of pimples. They work quite well. You don't have to purchase these. You can just buy that at the drugstore and you can cut little squares for yourself. Like, you don't have to buy the pimple patches. You can get hydrocolloid patches at the drugstore. But these were free. They were great. I love them. And I did like the fact that there were a couple different sizes. So there was a 10 millimeter as well as a 12 millimeter in here. So 2 different sizes depending on the girth of my pimples, if you will. But yeah, anyway, these were great. Loved them. Would recommend. But like I said, you can also just get hydrocolloid patches or, you know, Band-Aids at, you can get them at Walgreens. You can go to Walgreens and get them. So, all right, let's stick with Skin 1004. This is a product that I didn't know that I needed in my life, but I became so obsessed with. This was actually included in one of the like pre-made bundles that I purchased from Skin 1004, the same order that this freebie came in. So purchased this kit earlier in the spring that had this Centella soothing cream in it. And I just finished it earlier this month, and I was super bummed because this was actually available at Costco in a set of 2 for such a good price point. Now, I saw it at my Costco, and at the time that I saw it at my Costco, I was like, I still have some of the soothing cream at home. I'm not gonna pick this up now, but as I run lower, probably on my next trip to Costco here, I usually go to Costco once a month. That was a mistake because when I went back for my next monthly trip, it was gone. All of them were gone, and rightly so, because this is an amazing product, but I was pissed at myself for not buying at least my backups during that point in time. But then my friend Jessica out there, she found them at her Costco, and she found them for like, they were being clearanced out for like under 10 bucks each. And I was like, listen, I'm gonna send you some money and you're gonna buy me 2 packs. I will pay for the shipping. You need to get me them. And she did. She bought them and she sent them to me in the mail, and I am so eternally grateful because I love this product. So it's back in my bathroom. In fact, you'll see it in my weekly beauty chit chat tomorrow. I love this product. This is the soothing cream, once again. It just is so hydrating, such a perfect texture. It has this really neat, almost gel-like texture to it, but it's so soothing, so hydrating. It makes my skin look and feel like $1,000,000. I wear it at night. I wear it during the day. I want to slather my entire body in this product. I cannot explain to you how amazing this is, but just trust me. Just trust me that if you ever see this, you just need to get it, especially if you have dry, irritated skin. If you deal with rosacea, you have to check this line out. It is so incredibly soothing, you guys. I just can't say enough good things about it. One of my favorite things to do is to use this alongside my tretinoin. Whenever I have been using my tretinoin for the last couple of months here, I've been sandwiching with this, and no irritation. Not that I was getting a ton of irritation from tretinoin because my skin's pretty acclimated at this point, but you know, every once in a while, skin can freak out, and you know, I can get some dry patches here and there. Never ever with this, never. When I put this on, I glow like a beautiful, glowing person. It's gorgeous. This is fantastic too. I'll totally repurchase this as well. This all came from that same haul. This is another one of those things where I was like, I don't know that I need this, but it was included in one of the other kits that I purchased. I really want ham on that haul. Bought a lot of stuff, but I tell you what, I've been using that stuff consistently since I purchased it. It's good. This is a good line. Some of the Skin 1004 products are showing up at Ulta, but they have it's a very small lineup. They need to expand that. They really do. This is the Madagascar Centella Hylucica Cloudy Mist. Loved it. I would spray this all over my face and my neck and my décolletage every time I would get out of the shower, and it was just that perfect way to start my skincare routine. Nice little surge of moisture, just not a necessity, but fabulous. And now that I've discovered it, I love it. And now it is a necessity. It's still not really a necessity, but I really liked it in my routine, so I'll repurchase it. I really also like the atomizer on this. It had a nice fine mist to it. A lot of times with, you know, cheaper plastic bottles like this, the mist is more of like a splat. Never. She would never splat on your face. She was a nice fine mist, and fantastic product overall. Okay, this, let me just make it so you can see what it is. This is my Pharmacy whipped greens. Pharmacy has changed the packaging for this now. This was something that I had as a backup in my skincare stash over here. I have been using the whipped greens cleanser from Pharmacy for many years now. I really love this. I like to travel with this one because obviously with this type of tube, it's great to travel with, stays shut, really secure. The new packaging is great as well. I don't know why they changed it, but they did. Every once in a while, companies revamp their stuff and it looks nice. It's a slightly skinnier, taller tube now, but anyway, product is still fantastic. This has moringa and papaya in it. This was never drying to my skin. It has a really nice light fragrance to it. Nice kind of fresh fragrance. But just really effective at getting all of the remaining dirt, oil, bacteria, makeup, SPF, whatever else might have been left behind with my first cleanse. This always swept in after that and cleaned up any of those remaining residual yuckies just incredibly well without drying my skin out. This is fantastic. 10 out of 10 would recommend. All right. This is another one of my holy grail products that I've been using now for many years on and off. I don't think I have a backup of it, but I would highly recommend checking this out. I need to order another bottle of it. I need to just order the 2-ounce size. I don't know why I just keep going for these 1-ounce bottles because the 2 ounce is available. This is the Dermatology Needleless Serum. This is loaded with really great ingredients. So there is glycerin in here. There are ceramides in here. There are a couple different types of peptides, several different ceramides actually. Just a really, really great formulation. This is something that I like using morning and night. It does come in this really nice dropper format, so nice liquid formulation here. So a few drops would cover everything from here to like down to my décolletage area. I would use it morning and night. And yeah, like I said, great ingredients. I love anything with ceramides, anything with peptides. I really love glycerin. Glycerin is actually a very, very basic ingredient, but I feel like it's really underrated. It just does such a good job of, again, helping to hydrate and nourish the skin. But yeah, this is fabulous. And you've seen it many, many times here on my channel. I'll never not purchase that. It's a really great product. Okay, this I just finished, I think a day or two ago. This is the Derma E Anti-Aging Regenerative Serum. Now, this is a really interesting formulation. I really loved using this as my primary exfoliator for the last month and a half here, a couple of months. I actually also brought this on vacation with me. This is very, very gentle. This really helps to exfoliate the surface of your skin in an incredibly gentle way. Also, I love this on my neck. My neck is very sensitive and I can't use a lot of the aggressive exfoliators that I can use on my face, but I would bring this down to my neck every single day and it was so gentle, you guys. I would even apply this on my décolletage and I feel like I am finally getting to a place where my neck skin is looking as good as my face. For many years, I was ignoring my neck, not bringing my skincare down. If you're someone who's still doing that, let me encourage you to really bring that stuff down because your neck will start to show your age very quickly. You might be using all of the best products on your face, but if you're not also using those down here, it's gonna show. So bring that skincare down, and if you're looking for a really gentle exfoliator for your neck, honestly, this one is affordable and it is super, super gentle. Cannot say enough good things about it. That's fantastic. Next, let's dig into, well, this is mostly just the randoms. So we've got some perfume, we've got some body care, some supplements, and a makeup item. So let's just shove them all here. I finished a perfume. Now, it's just a travel size, but I finished a perfume. Listen, a success is a success. And with the size of my collection, the fact that I ever finish anything is astounding to me. Anyway, this is Nest Golden Nectar. This is one of those perfumes. When I first purchased this, I liked it, but it didn't immediately capture my attention the way that Nest Indigo did, the way that Nest Midnight Fleur did, the way that the Nest Vanilla Bourbon did, right? Like there are some Nest perfumes that have just absolutely rocked my world from the get-go, but this kind of wasn't one of them. Like I liked it at first, but I feel like it took a really long time for this one to grow on me. And it wasn't until I was using it kind of on and off over the course of the last couple of months here that I really discovered that I actually really do love this fragrance. It's very intensely sweet. It has this interesting muskiness to it, but it is one of those scents that now that I've experienced it for a while, I've come to realize that I don't really have anything else quite like this in my collection, nor have I really smelled anything quite like this from any other perfume companies. And I think that's why this one is now maybe a lot more special to me, is that I've come to realize that it's just really unique and I already miss it. So will I purchase the full size of this? I don't know that I'll purchase the full size, but I do think that I will have to repurchase this travel size at the very least. This is just a really pretty fragrance, and honestly, this is one that I really enjoy as a fall transition fragrance, and being that we are at the end of July and fall is kind of right around the corner here, I'm a little bummed that I don't have this now for that transition time. So I don't know, I'm gonna try to hold off on repurchasing this right now because I would rather put that money towards new perfumes that I can review here on my channel. But I really do love this fragrance. This is really lovely. And if you're in the market and you've kind of always thought about it, I would say go for it. At least get the travel size. Check it out, see how it interacts with your body chemistry. It is a really lovely scent. Okay, these are, no surprise, my City Beauty Complete Skin Restore. Another bottle here gone. I've been using these supplements for many, many years. These are my hair, skin, and nail supplements of choice. These helped my hair grow so long. They keep my hair super healthy, great for your skin. My nails grow like crazy, even though I don't want them to. I'm having to cut them all the time. My nails are so much stronger now. They used to be so weak. They would peel, they would split. That is just not the case anymore. And I really owe it to these supplements here. Now, they are quite spendy. I will always purchase these when they go on some kind of significant sale, and I'll usually buy 6 months at a time. I do want to test out some other hair, skin, and nail supplements, so I might start doing that, but it's really hard for me to commit to wanting to do that because I've been using these for so long. But I do recognize that they are spendy, and the fact that you have to wait for a significant sale if you're like me to stock up on them, that is a pain in the butt. But that being said, I do think it's going to be worth trying some different formulations and seeing if I can find something similar to these. I will report back. I'll let you guys know. We'll see. But I do love them. I still have a couple of backups, but I think I'm going to push those to the back. I'm going to test a few new supplements over the course of the next, several months here, and then I'll let you guys know. But yeah, I've been using this for years and I absolutely adore them. I finally finished this and it's making a mess in the bottom of this thing here. So this is the High Smile Color Corrector Serum. Yeah, I would only use this on and off. This is a teeth brightening product. So you can see it's purple, right? Like you can see it's kind of leaked out of here. This is kind of the same idea as a purple shampoo, right? Like if you have a lot of brassiness in your hair, maybe your hair is a little bit yellow, you use purple shampoo and or conditioner to neutralize those yellow tones. So same idea for your teeth. If you have some, you know, yellow staining on your teeth, this is supposed to optically brighten your teeth to not look so yellow. I think that it does work, but it doesn't work quite as well as advertised. I do think that it definitely helps your mouth look a little brighter, but is it gonna take teeth that are super, super stained and yellow and make them completely white? No. You're gonna need to bleach your teeth for that. But if you just have, you know, like average teeth with not a ton of staining on them, this will help to brighten the look of your teeth. But if you really need like serious color correction, you're still gonna have to use, you know, those whitening strips or use professional whitening. It's probably the best route, honestly. But in terms of just some optical brightness, which was perfect for me, like it took me quite a long time to get through this, probably about 8 months or so, because I wasn't using it every single day. I was really only using it on special occasion days, date nights, on, you know, days where I just wanted a brighter smile. But do I think that this, you know, completely fixes teeth that look really yellow? No. Nope. If you see that advertising, just know that that's not how it works. But if you're just looking for a little brightening, yes, I would say go for it. Anyway, I bought that off Amazon. You can find it there. All right, this is the, I feel like I rarely get my empty like body lotions in here. So I'm trying to make an effort to make sure that these don't get tossed. For whatever reason, I always toss body lotions. I don't know why, but I kept this one to be able to show you because I really like this one. I don't know if it's currently available. This is the Bath & Body Works Guava and Orange Energy Moisturizing Body Lotion. I was using this after getting out of the shower, and specifically also on days where I was wearing the Ellis Brooklyn Guava, what is that perfume called? The Guava Granita? I think that's what it's called. Anyway, perfect body lotion for that particular perfume. Oh, it smells so good. That orange in here adds just a lot of brightness to the fragrance. But yeah, really nice body lotion. Great to use on my legs. Highly fragranced, I will say. Yeah, great, good. Also, I think I got it for free because I had a coupon. Use those freebie coupons. A lot of times I forget to use those. So, all right, and then the very last thing, we have a lip gloss. Okay, this is the Tower 28 Shine On Lip Jelly, yada, yada. It has a really long name. This shade is called Pistachio. This is a mauve nude. I know it looks like there is still maybe some product in here, but there isn't. It's empty. It's empty. I used it. There might be a tiny bit at the bottom, but the actual thing doesn't reach down there. So, moral of the story is, this is the shade Pistachio. It's one of their prettiest shades. I love it so much, and I will repurchase this. It's really great, you guys. Now, I'm currently working on another Tower 28 Shine On Lip Jelly that I'm trying to finish before the end of the summer. I don't know why I made it my mission to finish these two Tower 28 glosses this summer, but here I am doing it. You can see with this one that I am nearing the end. This is the shade XOXO. I actually have this on my lips right now. So this is just kind of a really sheer pink, but it's really pretty. Anyway, these are fabulous, super hydrating, 10 out of 10, would recommend. Gorgeous. If you don't like this color or the other one, guess what? There are other colors. There's lots of colors, so enjoy one of those. But great formulation, very hydrating, nice and thin, but really stays put on the lips. So anyway, you guys, that is everything for this Empties for July 2025. I feel like I did really well finishing some things up. So yeah, anyway, let me know what you finished this past month in the comments down below. Like I said, if you are interested in reading up about any of these items or looking at in-depth ingredient information, all that stuff, check out the description box. I'll have everything linked down there. Subscribe if you are new, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.